Now, this particular fight, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to see it, but it wound up being a pretty good fight. I mean, it had some low points, but nonetheless, the fight still started off pretty strong. The first round right here, Haney versus Kambosos Jr. for the second time. I love the way they started out. Real strong, real powerful in the ring, and they was ready to get at each other. Of course, Kambosos starting out with the Wild Man Act, trying to hopefully get that knockout on Haney, which was not going to happen because Haney's just too quick, too fast, and he's too polished, and he's too centered to knowing how to deal with somebody like Kambosos. Now, to me, when you see Kambosos, he looks very unstable in his fight game right here. Haney, to me, looks very targeted. He knows exactly what he's going for. That's why all his hits pretty much target. It hit the target right on point. And when you see Kambosos hit, it never really reaches because he's all over the place. He's really trying to confuse Haney a lot. This grappling went on way too much for me. Now, the second round to me was really, really good. It started getting really interesting, and then it started kind of losing its gas again because of Kambosos. Kambosos kept trying to clown Haney, kept trying to play with him in the ring, thinking that he had control over the situation, which to me, you can see he clearly did not, which is one of the reasons why he kept switching orthodox stance. He got some good shots in, but it wasn't really hurting Haney at all because if you notice, Haney stayed on that center. He knew exactly what he was going to do. He stayed with the game plan. He never switched up. He never changed. I think the reason why Kambosos started losing his center and his game plan because his corner was not in his favor. It was a lot going on, which I'm going to show you in the later rounds. But nonetheless, as you can see, Kambosos was not sure how to handle him. And like I said, the grappling went on way too long. The third and the second round was pretty much the same, and the fourth is starting out the same kind of way. This is the problem I had with Kambosos. Kambosos started losing his compassion for the fight and the game plan that he actually came in there with. Of course, Haney stayed doing it. He stayed center stage. He knew exactly what he came in to do to win this fight with no decision other than him just knocking him out. To me, I think Haney played his cards very well. Kambosos, to me, started getting confused. He started having a meltdown. He started trying to pick up Haney. He started doing all this wild leg stance and just going to a complete meltdown right in front of everybody, which is one of the reasons why he could not hold himself in this particular fight in front of Haney. But I think the problem was with his corner. Going into the fourth round break, going into the fifth round, I should say, this is where I think the problem really stemmed at with him from the beginning all the way down to this point. Let's check it out. Now, this is where the commentary gets really interesting between the father and son. I think that it would have been great for you guys to hear it, but nonetheless, I would have probably got a copyright strike. But nonetheless, here's part of it.
Está yendo demasiado hacia al pegar al cuerpo, le dicen a Kambosos, que tiene que alternar un poco con la cabeza. Pero yo...
You almost embarrassing me. You almost said it. Close enough, you almost said it. Here we are in the eighth round. This is where I think Kambosos Jr. started finding his rhythm, his own pace, learning how to take those shots and get them in, taking his time, not looking for a quick shot. As you can see, he's not playing with Haney at this point. He's comfortable. He's finding himself. He's got the confidence back, and he hurt Haney as well. I think that if he would have played this in the very beginning of the first rounds, I think he would have been winning against Haney at this point because Kambosos Jr. can really fight. He has strength, he has power, and those punches don't sleep on him. This is when the blood started. I think the dog fight, if it would have started out like this, I think it would have been a great fight throughout the whole entire night. But nonetheless, Kambosos, this is one of his better rounds, I think, and this is where I think he found his strength and his power. Let's see if he can keep it up. So now we're in the later rounds. This is the ninth round. Kambosos Jr. is coming in with some strength and some power, and of course he's not playing. This round may be his round as well because he found a new rhythm. Boom, that knocked Haney out. That hurt Haney. Trust me, that woke him up as well. But of course, at this point, Haney has punched himself out from the earlier rounds from dealing with Kambosos clowning around with him, not finding himself. But now Kambosos got the strength, he got the power, he found his rhythm. Now he's going to come in there and start fighting and mixing up like he should have did in the earlier rounds. But nonetheless, this is going to be another good round for him. Of course, you see the clinging from Haney because Haney is tired at this point. But nonetheless, look at Kambosos. He's ready. He's got the energy now. He doesn't care. He's just going to go in there and do what he needs to do to get Haney out of there. And Haney have to wake up. He have to come and bring himself back with a new energy to fight against Kambosos because if you don't, he may get hit with a good shot from Kambosos at this point. I think this is one of the better rounds for both of them, and it's a good mix-up round. But I think if you look at Kambosos can knock Haney out at this point because, like I said before, Kambosos can fight. He got power, he got strength, and he's fast. But Haney is a little bit more faster, and he just got that more speed. That's why he got to be still careful with Haney. But nonetheless, Kambosos still has that power to knock Haney out. So here we are in the 12th round, coming down to the end stretch of these two particular fighters right here. Haney, to me, stayed on the game plan. He never left forfeit, which made him outbox Kambosos. Kambosos kept trying to get gas. He lost his rhythm because he lost the game plan of what he went in there to do, which was, at this point, nothing. His corner let him down, I personally think. I think it could have been a good fight for both fighters. I think it could have been a good mix-up if there was more cohesiveness and more direction in Kambosos' corner. To me, I think that the fight at this point is just a done deal. He was an outbox man from Haney. Haney stayed with the game plan. I think Haney did a good job, but the clinging and holding to me was way too much. You guys can leave it in the comments below. Tell me what you think. On that note, boom!